Good evening. Thanks for joining us tonight. Within the last hour, the Minnesota Senate voted to pass the recreational marijuana bill.
Now, this pushes that proposal closer to becoming law than ever before. Chief political reporter John Croman's live right now at the Capitol with the very latest. John?
Well, the arguments in this debate were familiar ones, but what made today historic is it's the first time the Senate's ever taken up recreational marijuana, let alone passed it. And if this does become law, it will happen in two phases. First, the end of prohibition, and second, the beginning of the retail cannabis market. Now, what we can tell you right now is that the debate featured Republicans who said Minnesota is just not ready to deal with the consequences of legal pot, while Democrats say it's long overdue. Two phases. As of July 1st, expungement past low-level convictions will begin. Simple possession would be decriminalized so people could have marijuana at home. Up to 5 pounds in the Senate bill and 1.5 pounds in the House version. They could also carry 2 ounces, give away that same amount, and grow up to 8 cannabis plants at home for personal use. But creating a legal retail marijuana industry will take longer. The state will have to create an Office of Cannabis Management that will be handling the licensing and enforcement, and that could take a year or more.
Minnesotans are ready for us to move forward. They have made it clear that they are ready for this bill. Though this bill has not been heard in this chamber previously, it has existed around this legislature for 6 years.
I do not think it is at all proper for state taxpayer dollars to be used to prop up an addiction for profit industry.
Now, other differences between the House and Senate bill are that you've got different changes in how much local communities can tax, how much the tax rates are on cannabis products, and also just the amount of local control people could have. So coming up at 6, you're going to hear directly from the person who passed this bill, pushed it across, held 18 hearings. She reacted right after the vote today on the Senate floor. Back to you.
All right, a lot in there, John. Thank you. There are still several steps ahead before recreational marijuana is legal here in Minnesota. Now that the Senate passed its version of the bill today, it goes to a conference committee. That group will be made up of 6 to 7 lawmakers from the House and the Senate, and they'll work to iron out the differences between the House version and the Senate version. If they can agree on a combined bill, it then needs to pass both the full House and Senate before it could go to the governor's desk.